horse friends, I'm Becca Salamone, and this is Southern Horse Talk. And I have got a very special treat for you today. On the line with me is someone all the way from North Carolina who works very exciting things with Mustangs all over the country. And her name is Mary Miller Jordan. How are you doing today, Mary?
Very good. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, I'm glad that you're here. And, last time we talked, it was about a month or so ago, and we kind of just introduced you to all my horse friends. And but today we want to get a little bit more in depth into what you're doing, with your businesses and your missions of different things that you have set up. So I guess first of all, just tell us a little bit about your nonprofit that you set up called I Am Heard.
Yeah, I Am Heard stands for not only being heard and hearing your own heart, but also for my herd of Mustangs that help me spread this message to others. And we go to schools, we go to youth groups, we go and perform different places and speak with people and really try to inspire them to have faith in themselves, to hear their own heart, and share the Mustangs with them to help them hear that message.
That's awesome. So you got some kids with you that one I think went in the house and one in your lap. Tell us about your kids.
Yes, we're a big herd around here, Mustangs and children and goats and pigs and chickens and a lot of other stuff. But this is Sarah Lynn. She's about 11 weeks old. And then my older daughter is Philly Kay. And she was just out here earlier. She may make another appearance as well. But actually, Philly Kay is going to be performing at our next I Am Heard event with her pony Squirt. So she's super excited about it.
That's awesome. So the whole idea of this I Am Heard, is it to help people that may have difficulties in their life? And I know we talked about bullying before because my son was bullied. Is that kind of what it's all about?
Oh, very much so. Very much so. It's about helping people have the confidence to own their original self, own your weird, so to speak, be who you are inside and not let the influences of this physical world change who you are, because we're all individuals and we're meant to be that way. That's what we were put on this earth for. Each of the Mustangs are very unique. They each have different talents, and that's kind of part of what I showcase when I share the Mustangs with people. I talk about how this particular Mustang is really good at this and but not so good at this, and so we compare how the Mustangs are similar to ourselves. And I share my own story because I was very insecure with other people as a young person, and it was through horses that I found my confidence. And so I really, it's really brings me a lot of joy to share these Mustangs with other people and see them kind of light up in their presence.
Yeah, and horses really are amazing, and you do a lot of work with energy as well. So talk a little bit about that and how that, it can just make people feel better to be around a horse.
Yeah, you just said it. It is. It's all about energy. And I truly believe that our life, our physical life that we're experiencing, it rides on top of the emotions that we feel. A lot of times when bad things happen and just whatever happens to us, we feel like life is happening to us. We feel like that we're just kind of dragging our way through. And if we can shift our perspective, if we can shift the way we feel about something, which comes from the inside out, not the outside in, then it's amazing how the things around us start to change. And it's not that if you're going through something difficult that something's wrong with you. I don't mean that. What I mean is, if you're going through something difficult, the secret to getting through it is by going inward and finding confidence in yourself, in your faith, in your own heart, and really becoming what you want to be before you see it, before you're actually it to the rest of the world. We become who we already are inside. We don't become who we want to be. We become who we are. So this energy that the Mustangs really embrace, it's all about creating that same energy inside of us. And the performances that we do are very much about creating an emotion. We want the people in the crowd, or whether it's a small crowd or a large one, to watch, what I'm doing with the Mustangs and feel a certain emotion. And if you can get somebody to feel good, things start happening for them that are good, and they may not even realize why. But if they feel good first, the rest starts to fall into place.
Right. Well, you had done a little special event for us down here in Alabama. I guess that was maybe a couple of years ago now, maybe a year ago. You talked about a small event or a large event. And that one was a small event with some homeschool kids.
Yep.
And it was a very special time, and I could see some changes coming over the people that were sitting there. It was just an awesome time, and it was a motivational message that you gave. So is that kind of what you would like to do with this event on the 31st?
Oh, very much so. The 31st is really about sharing what we do with as many people as we can get to come out to see it. And I want people to get a taste of it so that then if they know of a certain group that would like to have us, whether it's a very small backyard thing or something very big, they can reach out to us and, and I can do that. Actually, tomorrow I'm going down to South Carolina for the Mustangs, kind of my main core group, and we're going to be doing some demonstrations and speaking with an elementary school down there. They've purchased some of our Mustang children's books that are all about really have the same message, to hear your own heart. And so it's going to be a lot of fun because I'm bringing the Mustangs down as part of I Am Heard, and then also I'm going to be able to present these kids with some children's books that really, embraces the same message for them. So yeah, the event October 31st, it really is all about awareness for I Am Heard and to help people just spread the message. And we want people to reach out to us and let us know, if they would like for us to attend something that they have going on.
Okay. And so on the 31st, you said it's a free event. So what can people expect when they come out for that?
Oh, it's going to be fun. Okay, it's Halloween, right?
Yeah.
So we're bringing that into the event, and it starts at 2 p.m. So it's early enough. If you still want to do your trick-or-treating at night, you can. But if you want to come out and do this instead of trick-or-treating, we welcome you. We welcome the kids to dress up in their costumes. We are going to have, as part of the show, we're going to have a parade of costumes and let all the kids come on the arena floor and come in and show their costumes. And we have an invited Mustang named Gringo. He's not part of my herd, but a good friend of mine. He is her partner. And she is coming to do a performance for us as part of this event. And he is going to be our judge of the parade of costumes. And just so the parents know, they're all going to win. But the kids don't have to know that first. And so it's really cool because he has a yes cue and a no cue, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I have another good friend of mine that has a Mustang partner, and she's going to do a performance for us as well. That's going to be all about fun. And this particular horse loves toys. So he retrieves, he knows his colors. He knows the difference between his duck toy and his Frisbee toy.
Really?
So this is Rune, and Teresa is his two-legged. And then my daughter is going to do a performance with her pony Squirt. In addition to me having the herd of 4 Mustangs, I'm going to do a performance with them, a Liberty performance, and give a Mustang message about hearing your own heart. So this event is going to be very family fun, free, and it'll go from 2 to about 3:30. And we're also going to have goodies so we can fill up your trick-or-treaters goodie bags as well.
That's awesome. Now you had mentioned books and things like that you're giving away. And you've written books and several poems, have you not?
Yes, yeah. I feel really inspired lots of times to share through writing in different ways. I have 2 children's books that both feature one of our Mustangs, and the messages in both books are similar. It's about believing yourself, and that's the secret to achieving your wildest dreams is living from the inside out. So like I said, the school that I'm going to tomorrow, I'm bringing a whole bunch of those books. And then we also have, if you go to iamheard.com, there's quite a few things that we have created. We've got a really cool pendant that is on its way to me right now. That's a little necklace that's out of our I Am Heard logo. So we have all kinds of ways that you can support the cause and be a part of what we're doing.
That's awesome. So, in the progression of your career, I don't know if you called yourself a trainer before or if you still do that, but this is more of a shift to something a little bit different. Is that where you're going to be going towards from now on?
Yeah, I really am. I've always felt it coming. I do consider myself a trainer, or did as a career. I used to. That was kind of what I considered my title. People would ask me what I do, and horse trainer, But I've always felt like there was something a little bit different that I was meant to offer. Just there's a huge need for wonderful horse trainers, obviously, and instructors. But I've always felt like when I was doing kind of traditional instruction that I wasn't quite embracing my true calling, that there was something deeper and broader that went beyond just learning how to ride a horse, but more about that connection, that relationship. And the relationship between myself and these Mustangs, to me, it mirrors my relationship with my deepest inner self. And that really is what I feel like is my purpose in life, is to share that relationship with others and help guide others to have a relationship with their own selves, with their perfect individual inner self. Because we're all perfect on the inside in our own unique ways, and none of our perfect is the same.
That's right. That's right. Now, do you have a calling to work with kids mostly, or do you also work with adults? Will this program go anywhere?
Anywhere. I love children, but really this is not just about kids. It is never too late, and it's never too early to live your own dreams and hear your own heart. So this isn't meant to just be about youth, but of course our youth are our future. And, there a lot of what we do is targeted towards youth, but this is for everybody.
Now, have you thought about this? Let's say you go into a town and you do one of these presentations, and it kind of opens up someone's heart to change, to listen to themselves. But what happens when you leave? I mean, do you work with other agencies to maybe take over therapies or anything to get them, back to where they should be in their lives?
Well, I love that thought, and that's something. I do have one particular group that I do work with in a similar way to that, called Your Silver Linings. Mm-hmm. They're located in North Carolina, and what she does is equine-based therapy, basically, and she has horses of her own, and people come in, and she offers grief coaching, she offers counseling for, finding your life's purpose, things like that, and she's in North Carolina. Now, it would be really wonderful, and as this grows and continues, I would really love to make connections with groups like that all over the country, because, we do these performances, and I want to do these performances in areas even beyond North Carolina, and it would be wonderful to have a connection like Your Silver Linings in other areas as well. But Your Silver Linings is a wonderful program for just what you said, for continuing internal development, guided by a horse.
That's awesome. And I'm sure you probably would want to mention any sponsors of this program. So who else is working with you on this?
Well, specifically, especially for our event October 31st, we're really thankful to Carolina Horse Beats TV and magazine, Rose Cushing. She is going to be filming the performance and doing a show. She also has a TV show and magazine called Modern Horseman that focuses on the and she's been a wonderful supporter. We've been really appreciative of her. Triple Crown Nutrition has sponsored our Mustangs ever since I did my first Mustang makeover in 2001, and they have been wonderful. Their products are wonderful. They're forage-based. They're great for ulcer-prone horses, which is everybody. And so they've been really supportive, and we're really appreciative to them. And Parish Photography has been our photographer for this event and for I Am Heard. And also Your Silver Linings, which I just mentioned. They are in partnership with me for this particular event, and I've done some retreats with them as well. So we couldn't do it without the support of all of these individuals and businesses.
Exactly. Now, it kind of pixelated on the video there when you were talking about Modern Horsemen. So say that again. What is that exactly?
Yes, Modern Horsemen is a TV show and a magazine that is about our equine youth. And it is located, the producer is Rose Cushing, who's out of North Carolina, and I have written some articles for her and appeared on her television show, and she also produces Carolina Hoofbeats TV, and they're going to be at the I Am Heard event, filming the event for us to share with even a wider audience.
That's great. Well, yeah, and speaking of that, I'm glad that you're working with us in Southern Horse Talk because that's one of our goals is to reach, from Texas up to Virginia and grow our audience. So maybe we can all grow together.
Right, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Because, like you say, you need to reach out to some of these other markets to be able to reach everybody. Are you going to be concentrating in the South or will it be all over the country or?
Well, I have a dream. I have a dream for 2017 specifically. It's going to take 2016 to plan for it. But my dream is to do a United States tour in 2017, and I want to load up the Mustangs, and I want to make a big circle, and I want to go north and then west, then down through California, and then across the South back home to North Carolina. And we need our number 8 Mustang. I have 7 Mustangs total, 4 of them on the road with me, and but our next one, I want to handpick her out of the holding pens in Oregon. Is my dream. And so I would love to make a big loop and stop along the way and do I Am Heard Mustang messages all along the way throughout the entire country and pick up our new wild Mustang to be our new herd member in that trip and actually gentle her along the trip and use the gentling process to help embrace these Mustang messages, because there's so much that can be shared in the new relationship of a wild horse, those first touches.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it sort of kind of sounds similar to what Unbranded did when they broke the Mustangs or gentled them and took them across 3,000 miles from Mexico to Canada. And we worked with them to do a screening and to have interviews on that. And that was just amazing what they did with those horses. So it's kind of similar to that. That'd be great. So you could show what they can do across the country.
Well, you're right, and that's what I want to do. The slight shift of the difference on ours would be that it would really focus on not only the relationship with the horses, but also how that transfers to inspiring people to hear their own heart. So, and I would love, it certainly is in the dream and the vision to have it filmed and become a documentary. So might as well just put it out there, right? Put it out there in reality so that it can happen.
That's right. Well, you have you have so many things that you can do with this. I'm just really looking forward to seeing what you come up with because you're very creative in what you do.
We appreciate your support of all of this, and that first time when I met you and came down and spoke to those kids, it was really wonderful, and I felt connected to you from the start. So we're just thankful for being a part of this.
Definitely, thank you so much. So why don't you share where people can go to find out more information about the event and just about the nonprofit in general?
Yeah, it's IamHerd.com. That's IamHerd.
Awesome. So they can look at all the the information, the event, and everything is on that site.
Everything's on that site. Yep. Our event, like I said, is October 31st. It's free. It's in Lumberton, North Carolina. I'm also going to be performing with at the Lions Legacy event, a suicide awareness event, the 24th, the weekend before that in Tryon. And John Lyons is going to be there, whom is just a huge idol of mine, as well as Michael Lyons, one of his sons, and Patrick King. So that's going to be a really cool event as well. And I'm honored that they invited our my Mustang, the I Am Heard Mustangs, and I to come out and do a Mustang message for their event as well. So that's the 24th in Tryon, North Carolina. And then my personal I Am Heard event that I'm putting on is October 31st in Lumberton.
And then one last question. How did you come up with I Am Heard?
Oh, well, I am is a powerful statement.
We
are what we say we are, and so how many times do we say, I am tired, I am fat, I am ugly, I'm not going to be sick. Then you just paint your own reality. So you say, I am, and then you say what it is that you want to be, and that helps you become that. There's power in those words. And so I've always been drawn to that. And herd, of course, is about the herd. It's the herd of Mustangs. It's about the Mustangs and myself and my 2-legged members as well. We're all a unit, and together our herd is heard. And it's not just about other people hearing you, it's about you hearing your own heart. That's really what it's about, is you hearing that small voice inside that's so powerful.
Right. Hearing your own self. It's not just other people hearing you, it's you hearing you.
Exactly. You're exactly right. It's not just about if you feel led for other people to hear you, then so be it. But it is not about other people hearing you, it's about you hearing you. You got that right. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Mary. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, folks, and if you want to listen to this, you can go to Alabama Horse Talk Radio, alabamahorsetalk.com/radio. You can also listen and watch on our YouTube channels at Alabama Horse Talk and Southern Horse Talk. Thanks again, and I guess we'll see you next month, and we'll just get more into this and find out what happened.
Super excited about it. Yeah, lots to share.
All right, well, say goodbye to the kids for me. We'll talk to you next time.
Well, thank you.
Right, bye-bye.
Bye.